What's up, Comic Universe? DPZ once again riding solo on here. I'm going to be here talking about my thoughts for the upcoming Joker origin film. Now, you may be thinking, oh, DPZ's going to rip it apart. He's going to, totally shit on this. He's going to, just rip this movie apart because fuck DC. Yeah! Let me share something with you real quick. Let me share some news with you. Come here. This is actually my second most anticipated movie with DC, right behind Shazam. What? Why, DPZ? Why? DC is like 1 in 3 right now. That's true, but hear me out. I'm not totally giving up on DC just yet because they've made the shocking realization that, trying to play catch-up with Marvel is a losing game, and now to really set themselves apart from Marvel, they have to think outside the box. Hell, they were kind of doing that already with having a villain movie as one of your first films, Suicide Squad. Granted, it didn't do well. It was garbage, but still, props, kudos for trying with a villain film. Marvel had not done that yet. And now, they have to play catch-up with you, because you got the rights for the first major female superhero. And yes, I'm fully aware that the whole thing that the Captain Marvel trailer did, I didn't talk about it before, but I was like, that's a little on the nose, come on. Alright. Anyway, but DC has given me new hope okay, I'm gonna be honest, I'm still not, totally convinced on Aquaman, but I am down for Shazam. And this movie's giving me hope, too, and I'll tell you why. And I'll also be talking about all the stuff that we know so far about this Joker film. First off, let's talk about Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker. God damn, was he perfect for this role. And even from the set photos, even without the Joker makeup, he looks creepy. He looks like someone you'd see in a police lineup, and I like that. I don't want the Joker to be this clean-cut, this clean-cut normal guy. The whole point of the Joker is that he's supposed to weird you out. So it would make sense that the person who's going to become the Joker is kind of a fucking weirdo. Hell, even in The Killing Joke, which I'm pretty sure a lot of the inspiration's going to come from, is that, he's kind of he's down on his luck. He's this really down on his luck, really pathetic person. And that's the point of the Joker, is that, the whole point of his storyline is that, anyone can go crazy. Anyone can just have a really bad day and go crazy. So, yeah, I like how they're taking that and running with it. I like how they're taking that whole idea. And keep in mind, guys, here's the other reason of why I like this. And I'll go back to Joaquin Phoenix for a second. But yeah, the reason why I was kind of on board with this movie was that it's not going to be a in-canon film. It's not going to be this in-canon, a definitive Joker story. They're treating it like an Elseworld story. And I like that. I like how this is going to be treated like a DC comic Elseworld story. So I'm at peace with an origin film because, yes, even I was against the idea at the start with a Joker origin film because there is one character I don't need an origin for, and it's the goddamn Joker. So I wasn't at first okay with that idea of giving the Joker an origin film, because the whole point of the Joker is that you don't know what he is. So, even in, The Killing Joke, it's like, if I'm going to have a past, I prefer it to be multiple choice. And wouldn't it be so cool? Wouldn't it be such a great ending if this whole thing turned out to be a story that Joker's telling a young Harley Quinn, a young Dr. Quinzel, this whole story, and it turns out to be all bullshit because I wouldn't put it past the Joker to give us a bullshit story. I would not, I'm actually hoping for a twist ending with that because this is in the Joker's wheelhouse because you don't. He said it in the comics. If I'm going to have a past, I prefer it to be multiple choice. So yeah. Now the one thing I don't want this thing to do is to influence the comics. I want this movie to stay in I want this to stay out of the if this is going to be, if this movie does well, don't try to change the Joker or comic book origin that we don't have and give it this origin. I don't want that. Movies are supposed to be movies. Comics are supposed to be comics. And so far, DC, you've done a good job of, well, the only thing you've taken from the movies is really, the only thing you've really taken from the movies is the Suicide Squad lineup. That's really it. You haven't done what Marvel has and completely tried to make your comics exactly like the movies. So again, kudos to you. Don't do that now. Don't fucking do that now. But getting back to Joaquin Phoenix and why I think he's great as this character is that, again, I watched recently the movie You Were Never Really Here, and he's so disturbing in this film. Joaquin Phoenix is one of those actors who can be instantly disturbing from just being a normal guy. And I like that. He's playing this really sad, pathetic person who's lost his grip on reality, and it's so clear that's that's going to be the thing. Also, this is going to sound a little weird, but I was really happy that when Joaquin Phoenix said, I don't really care what the fans think of my Joker. This is my character, I'm going to go with it. And I was like, good on you! Good on you, Joaquin Phoenix, because, yeah, he's trying to do his own Joker. He's not trying to be Heath Ledger or, Captain Tryhard with Jared Leto. He's trying to be his own Joker, and I think that's been the stigma of the character of the Joker, is that the Joker is one of those characters who has a pedestal to him, who has this pedestal role to him. So I like how Joaquin Phoenix from the get-go has said, I just want to do my own version of the Joker and not try to be anyone else. So that made me really happy. Now, I am going to say that Todd Phillips is still an odd choice because it's the dude who directed The Hangover films, but he did do War Dogs, and he is really good at doing crazy people. So, yeah. Also, we've seen a slew of comedy actors doing horror films that are really damn good. Get Out, from Jordan Peele. We've had John Krasinski, and I think that's how you say the last name, with A Quiet Place. We swung and a miss with Shane Black's The Predator. But I've heard nothing but really good things about Halloween from the I forget who's behind it, but yeah. Again, comedy actors who did a really good Halloween. So yeah, maybe. And also, can we have this movie be R-rated? That's another thing you could have over Marvel DC, is that you could have R-rated films. R-rated comic book films, and you know that they can make money. Have you seen Deadpool and Logan? Yeah. Those films showed that those can be very profitable films. That can be a very profitable franchise. And again, that would be something you'd have over Marvel. And yes, going back to the set footage, I know the Joker makeup is really it's bizarre, but keep in mind, this could still be Mark I Joker. This could still be him before he falls in the acid and whatnot. And again, it would be crazy if this all turned out to be just one big story that Joker was telling Harley. That's actually an ending I really want. But yeah, the blue teardrop makeup, it's actually, I think, supposed to be a reference to Cesar Romero's Joker, who's wearing a mask. That mask was also worn in The Dark Knight by Heath Ledger in that bank robbing scene. So yeah, I'm really liking where the direction of this is going, and the paint-on makeup doesn't bother me because, yeah, Heath Ledger's Joker had grease paint makeup, so why can't we do it again? Yeah, also, again, we do see him causing havoc. We do see him, in some of those set photos and little test footage, we do see him running around causing havoc, but still, he's... again, it could easily be this is Mark I Joker, and, yeah... It's not like we've had Mark I Joker in Gotham, right? So, yeah, I'm at peace with this. I'm really liking it. And the teardrop thing, at first I was like, I don't know, maybe... But then I saw those set footage, those photos of him in a subway, and I was like, wow, he's owning it, and I don't really care that this is different. I don't... Because Joaquin Phoenix, from just those images alone, he looks just completely out of his goddamn mind, and I completely forget about how the makeup looks. This is, again, an Elseworlds story, so you can do whatever you could technically do whatever you want. Yeah. Now again, I'm well aware that DC's track record is not great, but I haven't lost hope yet. And I know I'm the only one on... Well, actually, no, Jay is really liking what he's seeing, too. Craig, not so much. And I know I'm kind of outspoken in some of the cases, but I'm fully aware that this movie could still suck. I'm well aware that this movie could still suck. But I want to give it the benefit of the doubt, because it feels like the DC films have finally learned their lesson after Justice League. I'm still leery about Aquaman. Shazam clearly is what I wanted from that film, and it looks like this Joker origin film is starting to win me over. So yeah, I'm really excited for this. I'm really interested. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of this Joker origin film? Do you guys like it? Do you guys hate it? Comment below, let me know, and let us know here on Comic Universe. And also, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell. It really helps us here on this channel. And share and subscribe, share with your friends, family, and whatever. And see you once again in the universe.